The god sent food to the starving villagers, but the village chief thought it wasn't enough. Right there, he raised his bow and arrow, and shot the god dead. He then took one of the god's hands, and turned it into a food-producing machine, spitting out an endless supply of food. But soon after, a once-in-a-century locust plague swept through the land. Crops were devoured completely, and famine returned, with nowhere left to turn. The village chief prayed to the god again. Thunder cracked across the sky. The god appeared once more, casually tossing down a fat pig. The village chief treated it like treasure. He divided the pig among those close to starvation, saving countless lives. To thank the god, the villagers built an altar, and began offering sacrifices. Each time, the god answered the call, sending down a pig. But as the population grew, these offerings were no longer enough. Greed once again took root in the village chief's heart. When the god appeared again, the chief secretly raised his bow, and killed it a second time. He chopped off the god's hand that could produce food, and turned it into a cold, mechanical machine, twisting levers and sending electric shocks through the severed limb. Pigs were spat out one by one. Villagers were forced to queue and pay coins for food, all of which went straight into the chief's pocket. With the god's remains, he built a palace, and amassed wealth rivaling that of a nation. But prosperity built on betrayal and desecration would inevitably turn against him. One day, dark clouds blanketed the city, and lightning tore through the sky. A single bolt struck, reducing the palace to ashes. The severed hand twitched in the ruins, electric sparks flew, and the god's form reassembled. Face blazing with fury, the village chief turned and ran in panic. The god destroyed every trace of civilization behind him. The chief tripped and fell. At that moment, as his crown shattered, so too did his power crumble. The giant hand he had severed suddenly grabbed him. He begged desperately for mercy. All that responded was a mouth as deep and endless as the abyss.